Okay, hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope if you're new, and I'm really excited that you're joining us today. I have had the most insane thrift luck over the last few months, and I was thinking about it. It would actually be a crime if I didn't show you everything. I've got my little bug here with me, and so if you see me looking down, he is why. I've gotten so many requests to do a home tour, and if I'm being really honest, the reason I haven't done one is because I'm really indecisive. I'm the type of person to just completely redo and redecorate my home on a random Tuesday, and so every time I think my home is ready to show you guys, I end up changing something, adding something, taking something away, and so it's really just been a process. And I thought that for today's video it would be the perfect middle ground, since I'm going to be taking you guys around and showing you all of my recent home decor finds, everything of which is thrifted or from Facebook Marketplace or from an antique store, so it's entirely secondhand, and I'm just super excited to show you. So we are gonna go ahead and start in the room I'm currently in, and that is my home office. So I have my desk over here. Since the last time you guys saw my office, obviously I've changed some stuff around, mainly because of this first find that I'm about to show you. You're gonna lose your mind. I lost mine. So yeah, things might look a little bit different. The only wall in my room that I'm not thrilled about is that back one right there. It has by far taken the longest amount of time for me to figure out what's gonna go there. There used to be a green couch there that my dogs really liked, but then I ended up having to move that to fit in this next door find. So it'll all make sense in a second. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, a little bit of backstory on this one. I was out antiquing and like thrift storing with a few of my friends, and we went into like a back outdoor section of this thrift store, and that is when I saw this couch. It's insane. Are you guys ready? This is quite literally my dream couch. When I saw this outside, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, that's probably way out of my budget. But then we got home from our little thrift day, and my partner ended up calling the shop and asking, hey, how much was this couch? When they came back and said $150, I seriously said an instant yes, and then I went the next day to go pick it up. It's this beautiful pink, dusty pink, velvety type couch, and it has the most beautiful Victorian-esque design to it. I don't even know how to describe it. It has 3 different sections to it, and then you just kind of put it together, but it actually came with a seating chair that is out in my living room right now, so it was like a 4-piece set. It also came with all of these pillows, which I very luckily was able to take the covers off of, and then I tossed it into the wash. So that really helped, because when we first brought this home, it was quite dusty and dirty, and so it did need a good deep clean. Also really conveniently, all of these bottom cushions also had covers that come off, and so I pretty much just stripped down the entire couch, threw it in the wash, and then I used my Bissell Little Green to soak and disinfect and clean every other area of the couch. It took quite a bit of time to fully clean it, but oh my gosh, it was so worth it. I'm gonna show you guys this pillow as an example, but the couch was left outside, and we live in Nevada, so it's very, very hot here. And so the part of the couch that was facing the sun the whole time got super faded, but the back isn't. So as long as you don't look too close, you can't notice it. And then I actually took the bottom cushions that I'm sitting on right now and flipped them upside down. And since the bottom section was never exposed to the sun, it's the original color. And so it's stunning. The only part I haven't been able to fix, I guess, in terms of the sun fading is this top part. At first I was kind of toying with the idea of mixing a fabric dye or something and dyeing it, but the longer I've had it, the more I like it as is. So it is clean, but it just looks a little bit dusty because of the sun fade. But honestly, it's really grown on me, and I feel like it just adds to the whole appeal. This couch was honestly what started my thrifting craze over the last few months. I think that I upped the amount of times I was going to a thrift store by at least 2. I used to go maybe once a week, and now I go maybe twice a week, constantly looking for new things, and I find that frequency is like my best thrift tip. Sometimes you go and you find nothing, but then other times you go and you find things like this couch. And so I'm always going. And a few months after I got this couch, I ended up finding this vintage swag lamp. I got this from another local antique shop in town, and I am obsessed with it. It has a bunch of really cool, like, distressing to it all around it. And I don't know, when I saw it, I just thought about putting it right above this couch, and I feel like when you put them together, it just makes sense. My partner very graciously installed a super hook up there because I was really worried about it falling down, and then we just looped it to another hook in the back, and then the wire just trails all the way down the chain. And yeah, I'll turn it on for you guys in a second so you can see it in all of its glory. TV, but this is pretty much my primary lighting source whenever I'm in here, whether that be early in the morning or at nights. It's just so beautiful, and I feel like it completely goes with the whole vibe of this area. She might not be a home decor thrift find, but this is also my newest rescue cat, Mitzi. She very recently had her eye removed. She was blind in it due to an injury, and we kind of knew when we rescued her that she was going to have to end up having that surgery. So we got her acclimated to this house as best we could, and then that way, by the time she did get it removed, she was already comfortable here. But yeah, she's been doing so good. Her surgery was, I want to say, about 2 weeks ago. The sutures are already starting to push themselves out a little bit, but she does have another vet appointment coming up to get it fully cleaned. And then just because I haven't shown you guys my office lately since I've been a little bit MIA, which by the way, sorry about that, but I'm back and feeling better than ever. I was actually going back and forth on trying out different mental health medications, and I finally feel like I found the right one for me, so I've been feeling a lot better. But my desk is actually where I used to have my little cozy reading nook. I was obsessed with having it there, but then once I got this couch, things kind of had to change just because it is so big. It kind of would bleed into the area where my desk used to be. So now my cozy home office is now my cozy home office slash lounge slash cat room. They honestly love this couch as much as I do, and I've been really happy with how they've been treating it. I've heard so many stories about cats destroying furniture, and I've done a couple of different things to kind of hope that they don't do that to this couch. Number one being plenty of scratching posts. This is one that I kind of move around if I see them scratching towards it. So that one hangs out in the room, and then they also have one there, and then they have another one on that side of the couch, and then of course that like main cat tree. So that plus playing with them every day has made it really easy in terms of making sure that they're not just ripping into furniture, so they've been really good about it. And then the other thing I think has helped is the fabric of this couch. It's like a velvety type thing. And when I was reading online about how cats treat furniture, a lot of people were talking about how velvet couches are actually one of the best ones to get if you have a lot of cats, because for whatever reason they don't like the texture of it or something like that. So it's been really good, and I always think it's just so cute when I see them hanging out on it. They're just so adorable. So yeah, my desk is now in this little cozy nook, which I actually really like. It makes working in the morning feel like I'm in my own little cubby, if that makes sense. And then I've got my cat tree right next to it, since my cats love to sleep very close to me whenever I'm working. This is Ori. This video is also going to be my official introduction to you guys of my cats. We got her at the same time we got Bug, because we were told that you should really get 2 little kittens at a time. That way they always have a friend, and they are best friends, so I absolutely love them. Now we are heading into my bedroom, and that is where we will find 2 of my more recent thrift finds as well. And if you hear a dog in the background, that would be Sadie Girl. This is my parents' dog. We currently have 4 dogs and 3 cats in the house, and so they are quite a lot right now. Look at her tail. You guys probably already saw this when I walked into the room, but this is my new armoire, whatever that's called. Correct me in the comments, please, but this is my new wardrobe. I got this from the same antique store that I found that swag lamp at, which I'm just now remembering I forgot to show you guys a video of it on, so I'll go back there after this. But just look at the detail in this wardrobe. It is insane. These are all hand-painted flowers. It was honestly a really big reason why I got this one instead of just another more basic or plain brown one, because I've looked into getting some sort of wardrobe like this for quite some time, but I've never found one that has felt like me per se until I saw this one. My end goal is to keep all of my robes in the drawers down here, which I'll show you in a second, and then in the shelving portion I have all of my little thrifted home decor finds that I either don't know what I'm going to do with yet, I'm going to gift them to someone else, sell them, or find a place for them in my home. So until they have a place, I clean all my thrifted items and then put them in here. I thought it would be really cool if I put my entire robe collection in all of these drawers. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you know that I practically live in a robe. I'm constantly wearing one every morning and every night. And because of that, I do have quite a few. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to give them their own dedicated space outside of my closets. That is my new wardrobe, and I think that she is just absolutely stunning. Something about it feels like it's out of a storybook to me, which I'm just super, super in love with. And then if you look to the right in my room, you will find my brand new lamp, which, come on, like when I saw this, I actually had 2 mini matching lamps that are part of the sets already in my cart, and then this came in and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to get the whole set. How could I leave one of them out? I have the 2 mini lamps in my living room, which I'll show you, but then this big one I felt was just perfect for my bedroom. I love how the peacock feathers almost curve in the same way the lamp does, and then that's kind of where I sit whenever I'm getting ready for the bed at night, or even when I'm like putting my jewelry on in the morning and stuff. And so it feels like it just kind of frames the space in a really unique way. This video really isn't doing it justice, but these are beautiful. These are actually acrylic, and then the ones on the inside are all glass. I've actually been wondering if the sun ever directly shines on this, if it would do like a rainbow on the wall or something. I haven't tested it yet, but it looks so gorgeous on. Let's turn her on. Also, another cool feature is that it does have a dimmable light. And so I've been able to play with, you know, how bright or dark it is at nighttime, and it just looks so gorgeous. This entire section of my room just leaves me in awe. I think it's so beautiful. You can kind of see the light bulb there in the middle and how it just shines through. And then I love it because all of these little guys kind of catch the light, and it's just really pretty. So I've got that new addition in my bedroom. Now in my living room, here are the other 2 matching lamps. I thought it was insane when I first saw these, and again when I saw the big one, I just fell in love. Same concept on these, and then the other one is right there. I have them on either side of my record player, and I feel like whenever I turn both of them on at night and then turn on my music, it just has a whole vibe to it. So I just love them. Before I forget, let's go ahead and turn this one on. Look at how beautiful that looks. I just need you guys to imagine what this looks like at nighttime, because it literally feels like a glowing orb sitting above me while I'm reading right there. And the whole feeling in this area is just really magical and just really calming. I really just feel calm when I enter this room, and that is definitely the feeling that I want when I come in here. Now we are moving on into the art room. Now the other half of this room is my partner's, and then this wall is mine. And I've been searching for the perfect art room desk for quite some time. I think I've gone through 2 desks already, one that I had there since pretty much we moved in. 2 weeks before I found this one, I found a table at Goodwill for like $7, and that was my desk for a minute, but I think that my art room was really just waiting for this desk to come into it. It's this gorgeous roll top desk, and I always told myself that I would love to get one, but my one condition was that I wanted to make sure it had as many compartments as possible, and obviously this one has quite a few, and so it has been just such an awesome addition to my art area. I filled all of these drawers with a bunch of art and crafty supplies, so this is where I keep all of my wire, some miscellaneous beads and gems and stuff like that in there. This second drawer has all of my mini beads. I've got a whole collection of all sorts of different ones. Like these are really pretty. More bead supplies, more bead supplies. This is like my multi-purpose drawer for things like scissors, glue. I also keep 2 other little glue sticks here for my junk journal. And then over here is where I keep my headphones, AirPods, and stuff like that. Here's where I keep my phone while I'm working, since if you don't follow me on Instagram and stuff, I actually switched to a flip phone, and so my iPhone stays hidden away until I need it for filming or just random stuff like that. This is my scrap drawer. I have a bunch of stuff in there that I either want to put in my journal or organize places. And then I collect AD magazines. I have a 2-year subscription, I think. I found it on sale for like $8 for 2 years. So I've got all the ones from 2025 so far in here, and then they kind of fall over into this section. I've got some random home design things in here. I've got some wire and design books. I recently started reading The Artist's Way, and so I keep that at this desk. This is my drop dish where I just put random things that I don't want to put away yet. I've got some journals and things of that nature right here, and then pens that I use pretty frequently, including a highlighter. This cool thing that my brother made me on his 3D printer. It's like a habit tracker thing for sticky notes. And yeah, that's really about it. My craft desk is constantly changing because I'm constantly working on different things. You guys will see this in a video soon, but I've been printing out my own stickers, which has been really fun. And then obviously on top of my desk, I have just a whole mismatch of all sorts of things. I love keeping things like pens and what are they called? Like watercolor markers, stuff like that up there. I've got a couple different cameras. My other film camera is over there. Some lucky bamboo right next to this very cute photo of my great grandma. And yeah, a lot of the stuff that I leave out are mainly things that I know I'm going to be using pretty often. And so like this cord that I use for macrame and just random things. So yeah, that is my craft desk. Oh my gosh, I forgot to show you. So one of the reasons I loved this was because of the drawer systems down here as well. This desk honestly just has so much room for everything, but these drawers in particular came with dividers in them, and I used it to organize all of my beads, which if you couldn't tell by now, I do love beads. So I have all sorts of ones here that are all color coordinated. I use an old pillbox to organize all the beads I'm currently using for my current projects. That way it's really easy for me to kind of take them around with me. So I've got them all color organized in there, and this is like my to-go kit, so that stays in the back. And one drawer was not enough, so I have two drawers, again, all color-coded, and I love that these little dividers come in and out, and so I was able to really customize it to the size that I wanted. On the other side, I have a bunch of random craft supplies that I use pretty frequently up there, and then pretty much same thing in here. I've got crystal clay, jewelry findings, I've got some stationery in here, just really a little bit of everything. So that is my new craft desk. Here is what she looks like when it's down. I also think it's really fun because if I don't want to clean up whatever project I'm working on or whatever, I can kind of just hide it away. That way, if I want to feel clean and organized, I don't even have to look at it, but I know it's still secretly there. Now, right next to my craft desk, I actually found two gorgeous Peacock chairs in just fantastic condition. And then it came with this gorgeous matching table. And I went ahead and just decorated it with some succulents, a little doily thing, and a giant squash for fall. But these chairs are so fun. I love the look of them. I actually had one pinned to my Pinterest board since like 2 years ago, and I would always see them on Facebook Marketplace, but again, they were always kind of a little bit more pricey than I was willing to pay. So I found these for a great deal, and I just couldn't pass them up. I think they're so cool. Now we are entering yet another room in my home, and that is like my front little dining room that we effectively use as just like a cozy little sitting room. And that is where I decided to place this stunning fountain slash statue thing. I literally got this for $30. I can't even believe it. That light does in fact work, and so I love turning it on at night, and it just lights up the whole room. My great grandma loved orchids, and my grandma still does love orchids. She had given me these fake ones, and so I put those in the vase, and then I've got my great grandma's outfit right there, and so that feels like a really nice homage to her. And then I don't think the fountain portion of this statue thing works. I'm very glad that the light bulb works, but we would need to get a new setup to fix the actual water flow portion. But since it's inside anyways, I'm not really crazy about having water flowing in my house like that. So instead, I went ahead and put one of my potted philodendrons in here, and I feel like it just does the same effect. It is just so stunning. I feel like it just catches your eye whenever you walk in here, and I am obsessed with her. Now, I don't want to say I saved the best for last because I really do love everything that I found, but this mirror is just so insane. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace, and putting it on this wall was quite the task. It is very, very heavy, but I'm so happy with how it came out. I love that the like chandelier I have lines up with the middle of it. And when I tell you I was probably looking at this mirror nonstop for 2 days, I'm not kidding. It's so gorgeous. All of the details on it are insane. And when I posted this to Instagram, people actually told me that there's a Facebook group all around the mirror, this being the mirror. And I can totally see why. It's just so cool. It's so unique. I've never seen anything like this before, and I just love her. So I put it right in my entryway, so every morning when I want to check my outfit before I leave, I can do it right here. And it's just so fun. I definitely probably paid more than most people would. This was $400, but I think to me it was worth it. I think I only get very select pieces of furniture that I'll splurge on. You can honestly get brand new mirrors for $500 in store. So by that logic, I did justify it, but this was definitely definitely a splurge for me. But those are all my recent thrift finds. I am obsessed with all of them. I feel like I've used that word a little bit too much in this video, but it's just the emotion I've been feeling. I feel like my home has really been making incredible progress in terms of kind of nurturing my style and helping me out with figuring out what I like and what I don't like. Before I moved into this house, I essentially lived in a loft, and so I didn't have a ton of space to play around with different furniture pieces. So this really is my first experience with getting to buy things that maybe are a little bit bigger. It's really been so fun getting to do that, and I'm really grateful to be able to. So yeah, that's how my house is coming along. I hope that this gives you a little bit of a glimpse and kind of holds you over until I'm ready to do a full official house tour, because like I said, I am very indecisive and I'm constantly moving stuff around, but I feel like every time I do it, I get one step closer to the home that really does feel like me. So yeah, definitely let me know what your favorite thrift find in this video was. If I had to pick a favorite, I think I'm very torn between the pink couch and then that oval Trinity mirror. Those would probably be my top two, but I don't think I could choose between them. If you guys enjoyed this video and want more like it, definitely let me know. I was also thinking I could start doing more like thrift with me videos where I take you to the antique stores and thrift stores with me, and I can kind of show you my whole process of figuring out what's for me and what's for someone else. Thank you guys again so incredibly much for watching. I honestly can't tell you how much it really does mean to me. Thank you again for being patient with me as I've just been sorting myself out. It's definitely been a process, but I'm feeling better every day and I couldn't be more grateful for it. I've been kind of all over the place when it comes to YouTube, but like I said, I'm finally feeling like me again, and then that really just keeps me inspired to create new things. Like I woke up this morning with a sense of motivation that I don't remember having in a very long time, and it just makes me so happy. So definitely let me know what your favorite thrift item was, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.